Boston is with us in Charleston. That sounds confusing. Hey, Boston, what's up?
Hey, Dave. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure. How can I help?
So I recently just graduated college in May 2020.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 22 years old, and I was really fortunate. My dad had the 9/11 GI Bill.
Mm-hmm.
So my first 3 years of college were absolutely free or paid for out of pocket by my parents.
Wow, wonderful.
I'm extremely lucky.
What's your degree
My
in?
dad always promised me that he would pay for my college tuition.
Mm-hmm.
And that last year, we had to take out $40,000 for my last out-of-state year.
Who's we?
I had see, that's the thing. I took it out in my name under my credit score because my dad had a worse credit score than me. So it's technically out under my name. And my dad has, sorry, I'm getting a little nervous. My dad has automated monthly payments. So he is paying it off. But should I just also pay that off because it's under my name? Or should I take this blessing and I have no other debt? And should I start like snowball investing?
What's your degree in?
Computer science.
Okay. And how much you're making?
$70,000 a year.
Okay. Good for you. Well done. Well
Thank
done.
you so much.
Your dad is a great guy, and I'm really thankful for his service and how that afforded you the first 3 years of school for free. And I'm also thankful for his willingness to do the other things. However, he has no money. Right?
I mean,
no. Is that a correct statement? He has no money.
No, that's incorrect. He makes nearly $250,000 a year.
He makes $250,000 a year?
Yes, his military pension is 80% of his
Why
salary.
Is he broke?
He got a divorce 3 years ago. We moved every 2 years. Sometimes he purchased houses and thought they were good.
You still live with your dad?
No, I just graduated college.
So there's no we.
With my mom.
So there's no we. We used to. Now they. But if he makes $250,000 a year, I would ask him to, if he wants to honor this process, I would ask him to pay it off this year, not over 20 years, because it leaves you vulnerable.
Yes, it does. I am preparing in the instance that I have to take over it. It doesn't seem like that day will come because.
Now listen, that's not the point. If he's not going to pay it off in 6 to 12 months, which he should do, my God.
Boston, something's in your soul about this deal. Why are you even asking this question? Do you not feel right taking the money now?
No, it's not that I wouldn't accept it. I'm just curious if now that it falls under my name, and I know we don't care about credit scores here, but
yeah, but
I care about you having a student loan debt of $40,000. Your dad doesn't have any debt,
and
you do.
You're not asking a math problem. You're asking a character question.
Yeah, I just wish it would be paid off sooner.
Amen. So if he's not going to pay it off in 6 to 12 months after you have this discussion with him tonight, then you should.
Okay.
And that will be
does that mean I cancel my retirement 10% contribution, my Roth contributions?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're in baby step 2, dude. You have $40,000 in debt.
Yeah.
With your name on it. Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be an uncomfortable conversation, and it's going to be a grown-up conversation, and you're a college grad now.
Because your dad, you're making $250,000. If you can take care of this within 6 to 12 months, fine. If you can't, I'm going to knock it out.
Okay.
Or I should say won't, not can't, because he can.
Yeah.
I don't want this hanging over my head. It's in my name. I've become increasingly uncomfortable with that, Dad. And so I get it if something else is going on, but I'm just going to tell you, if you won't knock it out with your $250,000 income in 6 to 12 months, then I'm going to, because I don't want this over my head.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's not disrespectful. It's not mean. You're not wagging a finger at him. You're not throwing guilt trips around. You're not calling up and going, you should really do this because you said you would. You're not doing any of that. You're just going to go, Dad, you make plenty of money. I know what your income is, and I know you've been through some hard times in the past, but here we are today. I am feeling stressed and uncomfortable. This weight of $40,000 across the top of my trapezoids, and I can feel it on my back. And if you won't get rid of it in 6 to 12 months, I'm going to.
And if he says no,
just go do it.
Go do it. And
just
don't hold him accountable. Don't give him the side eye at Christmas.
Yeah, just forget it.
He had a plan. You're choosing to accelerate that plan, which I think is the right thing to do.
Yeah.
And then go do it.
And here for future reference, okay, and this will help you with other conversations that'll come up another time, that because I've had to learn this the hard way, is that good people with good intentions who handle money poorly never have any money, and therefore always put themselves in a position to not keep their word.
Mm-hmm.
And it's weird, but I mean, like I know this guy, he's a good man, and just let him move in your rental house and he'll pay the rent. No, he won't, because he's never paid rent on time in his freaking life. You know, so why am I going to all of a sudden reinvent this guy in my mind just because he's a good guy, you know? And the weird thing is he can actually be a good guy but suck at handling money.
Right.
I was that guy.
I was too.
I was a good guy, but I sucked at it, you know, and therefore it left me not being a good guy sometimes, you know, because I couldn't keep my word, because I didn't have enough money to keep my word.
And I know people who make $250,000 a year who run out of money before the month is over every single month.
I do too. I really double it. I mean, put any number up there. I can find somebody that spends more than they make. I mean, I just act like they live in Congress or something. I mean, my God. So you just spend it like it's water. But, you know, and it's out of control, disorganized, chaotic. And so the point is, the lesson to be learned for you in the future, sir, and for all of us in the future is, if there's a pattern in someone's life and you ignore that and ask them and accept their promise, then that's on you.
Right. And when you sign your name to it, assume you're paying it back.
Yeah.
Assume you're paying it back, and if money comes in the mail, then wonderful, great.
And again, that's not to chide you, Boston. You didn't do anything wrong. You're 22 years old. You're trying to figure this stuff out, man.
That's right.
You're a stud for even calling and putting this stuff forward. So thank you for doing that. But the thing is, I quit expecting, you know, this guy said, people change, but not much. You know, that's not true. They do transform. Right. People do change. They can't. You have the ability and the power. You know, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I can change if I choose to step into it and change. Right. But if somebody's got a pattern of doing something, and just because you like them, you don't want that pattern to be there, it's still there.
It's not going to just magically go away.
Yeah, and I had to learn that because it bit me so many times. Like, this guy's broke, he has no money, he's disorganized, he doesn't pay his bills on time, but he promised me.
That's right.
And that's what I do.
And he's turned it around. Let's give him a shot.
That's what I do. He promised me. Yeah, it doesn't work that way. You have to get yourself, almost like our last debt-free screamer said, you know, we had to get to where we got sick and tired of not being able to control the uncontrollables, the variables. When pandemic knocks on your door and huffs and puffs and wants to blow your house down.
Which it will.
Yep. When whatever it is, what was the other, you know, the child custody battle knocks on the door, when infertility knocks on your door, when cancer knocks on your door, car wrecks knock on your door, layoffs knock on your door, when 2008 knocks on your door, when 911 knocks on your door, when Black Monday 1987 knocks on your door, when September 23rd, 1988, when I filed bankruptcy, knocks on my door, you know, are you ready? When the big bad wolf huffs and he puffs, are you ready? Be the third pig. Say never again.
Never again.
This is your never again year. 2020 is not good for much of anything, but it's a great never again year.
It's a great line in the sand.
It's a great never again year.